Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is Daryl here. It is 5 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I want to talk about the facts, the undisputed facts, the facts as we know them, and where does it look like the rest of this year is going to head for us as citizens of the United States and citizens of the world. Let's take a look at this, just using our predictive powers. Let's take a look at this. Yesterday, Trump retweeted a tweet from Chuck Woolery. Chuck Woolery, a game show host, a vapid mouthpiece, empty-headed, pretty-haired game show host. And it took me a while to see the connection between Trump, the similarities between Trump and Chuck Woolery. But anyway, so he retweets Chuck Woolery's tweet, as if Chuck Woolery is some kind of brain trust on political science or virology or any of that. But Trump thought he said something of worth. So he retweets this, and I'm going to paraphrase here. Chuck Woolery's tweet was something along the lines of like, "It's all lies and I'm sick of it. The lying Democrats, the lying CDC, and most, but not all, doctors, all are lying. It's all about the election. They don't want to see Trump reelected. It's all lies, and I'm sick of it." And Trump retweets this. Okay. So Chuck Woolery is his opinion apparently is valued very highly by the leader of the free world, game show host. All right. Also, the White House has been trying to discredit Dr. Fauci. Yes, that's how I say it. That's just how I say it. Dr. Fauci. They've been trying to discredit him. Basically, they've been pointing out that how his opinion has changed over the last 7 months, which is what intelligent people do. They reassess. As new facts come in, you develop new theories. It's just how thinking people work. But they're trying to use this against him. The whole thing is I think they're trying to throw mud on him and discredit him without actually looking like they're doing it. You know, like they're just simply pointing out that he's not always right. And, you know, he might have other motives. You know, other than the health of the people of the United States, I don't know what other possible motives this man has ever shown. But anyway. All right, let's look at the facts. Yesterday was Monday, July 13th. Over 65,000 new cases in the United States. Right now, 2 countries account for almost half of the world's new cases. 2 countries, almost half of the world's new cases, the entire world, new cases. The United States and Brazil. We account for almost half of all the new cases in the world. Right? Texas, Arizona, and Florida are hitting record high death rates every day now. Over 65,000 new cases yesterday. That is double what it was at the highest back in April. These are undisputable facts. If any of you guys are going to try to post links, this is something where I'm just going to delete you. If you're going to try to change this stuff right here, these numbers I'm talking about, because these numbers are undisputable. And anybody that's going to start posting links saying that, oh, the numbers are too high, it's all lies, then you're out. Deleted. I don't do that often, but I have no tolerance for people trying to lie about people getting sick and dying and trying to cover up that. I have no tolerance for that. You will be deleted. All right, so these are the facts. The average age of death the average age of these new cases it's 15 years younger than it was like 3 months ago. The cases are getting younger. That's another fact to look at. All right. Florida, the highest one day new cases ever. Like a couple days ago, over 15,000 new cases. That's higher than Florida. All right, let's just be honest here. We're not handling this well. We're doing something wrong. It's going in the wrong direction. Initially, Trump was trying to say that, well, the death rates are going down, and we're going to push through this. And I've said this before. It stands to reason that first, as the new cases go up, people don't die right away. It takes a week for these cases to be reported. 7 days, believe it or not, it takes about 7 days for the case to actually be verified and reported. And then it'll take weeks or a month before the virus runs its course and the person either gets better or passes away. So we have not yet begun to really see the deaths from this huge spike that we're going up. Double, 65,000, that's double the cases from April. So it stands to reason that, and we're starting to see it now, as a matter of fact. We're hitting, the average death rate is now 700, average across the United States, 700 deaths a day across the United States. And that's like double what it was about a month ago. All right, these are the undisputable facts. One more thing I wanted to bring up too. A lot of Trump supporters bring up the fact that, well, kids don't get it and they don't get it as bad. Okay, that may or may not be true. But do they carry the virus? Do they carry it, and are they asymptomatic? In other words, if a grandmother has it at home, the kid has it on him, has it with him, has it in him, goes to school, transfers it to other kids, or what about the teachers? What about the teachers? Because I've seen numerous cases on TV this morning about a Miami teacher dying, others infected. What are we going to do? And I know Trump supporters do not care about teachers, but what are you going to do when they run out of teachers? Because that will happen. Or when teachers just get finally fed up about their lives not meaning anything to the Trump administration and just refuse to teach your damn kids. That's another possibility. What are you going to do when you run out of teachers? Because, as you know, teachers aren't as immune as the kids are, according to Trump supporters. What are you going to do then? All right, so these are the facts. 65,000 new cases Monday. Double. Death rates, double. While Europe is getting back on its feet, going back to work, we're going in the opposite direction, closing back down. These are the facts, undisputed facts. Trump keeps pushing this vaccine coming out at what's he call it? Warp speed. I was going to say super duper speed but that was the super duper missiles. This is warp speed now. All right. Let's be honest here. How many people watching this video right now, how many of you will take the vaccine as soon as it comes out? How many? Trump supporters are notoriously anti-vax. Trump himself is notoriously anti-vax, okay? In this case, myself, after seeing how little kids' lives are worth to the Trump administration, the way he's pushing these kids back in, irregardless of the teachers' lives, the kids' lives, because he wants to get the economy going and he wants to get reelected, without a doubt. Even Chuck Woolery. I mean, basically what Chuck Woolery was saying is, he was saying it was all a lie, but he's admitting that the virus is getting in the way of Trump being reelected. That's what Chuck Woolery was saying, whether or not Trump realized it. But okay, will I take the vaccine if and when? Say it comes out in October, because Trump is pushing for this vaccine to come out before November, because he thinks, I guarantee, of course, if the vaccine comes out before November, he's going to be a hero. Okay. If there's a valid cure or a vaccine for this, terrific. But here's the question. After seeing how little the kids' and teachers' lives mean to this administration, will I take the vaccine if it came out in October? Hell no. Absolutely not. And I am the opposite of an anti-vaxxer. I totally believe the vaccines are great. They have done wonders for the world. I believe none of that nonsense about, excuse me, about them causing learning problems or any of that or whatever. I am not an anti-vaxxer, but I will not. If this vaccine comes out, say in October, they push this through. You see the way that Trump was strong arming the CDC to change their recommendations for the kids going back to school. What makes you think that Trump isn't strong arming the CDC to get this vaccine through? You know, how can you be sure that it's safe for people if you just developed it, market it, and put out millions of doses within the period of a couple months? How do you know what this vaccine is going to do to somebody in a year? Hell no. Are Trump supporters going to take it? On one hand, they want to save their president. They probably want everybody else to take it, but I doubt, they're notoriously anti-vax. Tell me, how many of you are going to take the vaccine? Say if it came out before the end of the year. Let me know in the comments, just yes or no. Yes, you'll take it. No, you wouldn't take it. That's simple. I'm curious. I'm willing to bet 90% of you are going to say no, but let's see. So these are the facts. And then one more thing I want to bring up. After I read Roger Stone's biography, some of his, well, not his biography, but on Wikipedia, his theory about attack. I saw the similarities, and he advised Trump. And that made sense. So I started thinking, as this election gets closer, what is Trump going to have to do? Because he knows this COVID-19 is hurting him. So he's going to need a scapegoat. That's what he does. That's his MO. He's going to need a scapegoat. He's going to need to blame this huge cluster of mess on somebody. Who is he going to blame it on? China. Guaranteed. China, the Democrats, Hillary. Why not Hillary? The deep state. But no, seriously, China. And I could already see that causing problems. There's already talk about countries picking sides for a Cold War that's already started between us and China. This year could get even worse because I think the world is losing their patience with Trump. He's not only pulling down his country, but he's pulling down the entire world, health-wise, economy-wise, everything. And I think people are losing patience with him. And I think as he and his base are more than likely, I don't see any other option but for them to blame a perfect scapegoat would be China as being the xenophobic group that they are. China would be the perfect scapegoat, and this year could get a hell of a lot worse before it gets better. With a half-assed vaccine and a Cold War progressing into God knows what, this year could potentially get quite a bit worse. Just some thoughts. That's where we stand. All right. You guys, let me know. Let me know if you'll take a vaccine. You guys have a good Tuesday.